To a disturbing case out of Florida. A plastic surgeon charged in his own wife's death after she went into cardiac arrest on his operating table. State health officials alleging he allowed her to assist in her own procedure and waited up to 20 minutes to call 911 after she started seizing.
Do you need abdominal liposuction or a tummy tuck?
Tonight, this Florida plastic surgeon facing a homicide charge after his wife went into cardiac arrest on his own operating table.
Caller reported a 32-year-old female was undergoing a procedure for a lipo fat transfer.
Dr. Ben Brown arrested by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office for manslaughter by culpable negligence for the November 2023 death of his wife, Hillary. An investigation by Florida's Department of Health found that on the day of her operations, her scar revision, liposuction, and lip injection procedures, Hillary Brown prepared her own IV bags and took a handful of pills, including Valium, all without training or supervision. During the operation, her husband injected her with a concentration of the anesthetic lidocaine. Shortly after, Hillary reportedly told her husband her vision started to blur and that she saw orange. After another injection, she became unresponsive and began to have a seizure. Dr. Brown's assistants reportedly asked if they should call 911, and Dr. Brown said no repeatedly and waited 10 to 20 minutes to begin CPR, according to the report. Eventually, Dr. Brown instructed an assistant to call 911, and Hillary was taken to a nearby hospital where she died on life support days later. An attorney and legal analyst we spoke to says the state will need to make the case Dr. Brown's behavior amounted to more than malpractice.
I do think that this case is important in showing the difference between regular malpractice cases and homicide cases or manslaughter cases where a doctor so significantly deviates from the standard protocols that it's more than ordinary negligence. It is a true reckless disregard for human life.
The Department of Health highlighting patterns in Dr. Brown's behavior, finding that he let Hillary perform medical tasks, including laser treatment and injections on patients. An attorney representing Dr. Brown, who is out on bond, telling NBC News, quote, Dr. Brown intends to plead not guilty and vigorously fight the allegations against him in court. In May, the Florida Department of Health put an emergency restriction on Dr. Brown's medical license and have asked the state board to make that restriction permanent. Dr. Brown's next court date is scheduled for July 11th.